Frame data, a very important topic and language of fighting games. It is the basis behind intricacies of combos, neutral, and is a huge component in determining overall strength of characters. We use frame data to explain why this combo is true, but this isn't, or why Hero's dash attack isn't safe on shield, while Zero Suit Samus's neutral air is. But to new or even experienced fighting game players, it may be a bit confusing as to what these terms mean and how they are relevant to the game, and learning everything by yourself can be a daunting task that may not seem worth it all of the time. Which finally brings us here. I'm Not Bae with Love of the Fight, and I'm going to guide you through the concepts of frame data and how you can use it to improve your knowledge and skill in fighting games. For those familiar with film and media, you may recall that a video is a stream of still images that are shown in quick succession. In video games, each of these images is referred to as a frame. In gaming, having high frames per second generally benefits overall play experience. It's the reason why Fortnite plays really well on a computer, which runs at a high frame rate, but is super choppy on the Nintendo Switch, which struggles to maintain 30. But most fighting games run at 60 frames a second, meaning one frame lasts for 1/60th of a second, and 30 frames equates to half a second. This is extremely important detail, as it gives us a universal way to discuss speed and timing. If we know fighting games run at 60 frames, we can easily quantify the speed and consistency of a move, then delve into why it is powerful or weak. So now let's transition into general terminology in fighting games, and to do this we'll be using Hitbox visualizations with Super Smash Bros. Ultimate characters courtesy of Ultimate Frame Data, but please keep in mind that everything I mention is relevant to all major fighting games. Let's start with the hitbox and hurtbox, as these terms will be used a lot in this section. The hitbox is the part of a move that can deal damage or cause some effect. The hurtbox, on the other hand, is the body parts of a character that, if connected with a hitbox, will cause the user to take damage. Hitboxes and hurtboxes will vary in size and speed depending on the character, but are generally designed to match the character and animation on screen. For any given move, there are three main phases: startup, active, and recovery. Think of it as the beginning, middle, and end of a move. Startup frames are the wind-up of an attack before the hitbox actually comes out. Take Ganondorf's forward tilt. The time where he's lifting up his leg to kick is the startup frames. Active frames are the frames when a move can actually damage the opponent, or the time when your hitbox is active. This is when Ganondorf actually performs his signature Sparta kick. And last up is recovery frames, or the frames when your character recovers from the attack and returns to their neutral stance. This is when your character is vulnerable, since they can't do anything until this period ends, and you'll generally want to stay careful of moves with high recovery frames, as those moves will be easiest to whiff punish. If we put everything together, we'll see Ganondorf's forward tilt has 10 frames of startup, is active from frames 10 through 12, and recovers from frames 13 through 39, resulting in a 39 total frame attack. Okay, so we understand the beginning, middle, and end of any given move, and how it is quantified. Now you're ready to become a fighting games expert, right? Well, not yet. There is a little bit more to discuss, mainly when a move connects and when it doesn't. This all revolves around frame advantage, the concept of who recovers first after the move connects or is blocked. This is the basis of understanding combos and neutral, but we'll get into that once we understand hit and block stun. Hitstone is the time or frames where a player is unable to act after getting hit. This feature is what allows players to perform combos, which then brings us back to frame advantage, which takes a move's hitstun and recovery frames to determine how many frames each character needs to recover. Akuma in Street Fighter V, for example, given hitstun and recovery frames, has a standing light punch that equates to him having a 4-frame advantage when he connects his attack. Simply put, Akuma's standing light punch is +4 on hit. The reason this is important is, by mathematics, any attack that comes out frame 4 or less will be able to connect before his opponent can act, while any move coming out frame 5 or later has potential to get blocked. This is why after light punch, Akuma can follow up with a frame 4 crouching light kick, but not his slower standing medium kick. Block or shield stun, similar to hit stun, are the frames after an attack is blocked, where the defender cannot act. Attacks with higher block stun will generally be safer, as your opponents will be unable to act for a longer period of time, though this isn't the end-all, since a move's higher recovery frames can still make it unsafe. This all equates back to frame advantage, as certain moves will be safe on block or unpunishable by your opponent. Let's look at Zero Suit Samus. Her neutral air comes out on frame 10 and has 4 frames of block stun, along with 6 frames of landing lag. This equates to the opponent having a 2-frame advantage over Zero Suit. Other words, Zero Suit Samus' neutral air is -2 on block, meaning her opponent can act 2 frames before she can, and as a result, her neutral air can only be punished by a frame 2 out of shield option, which is very rare in Smash Ultimate. This is why she can safely continue her shield pressure with a frame 1 jab, or simply run away to reset the situation. This concept and interaction is what makes certain moves safe or unsafe on block, and is the basis of determining what moves are effective in the neutral. So, you have a basic understanding of frame data and why it's important to fighting games, but how can you get access to the frame data of a specific character? Lucky for us, the process is very easy. Most major fighting games will have an option in the training room for visualizing frames on screen, whether it's a specific move or how it interacts on hit. The only major exception, unfortunately, is Smash Ultimate, which has a frame-by-frame mode in training, but does not offer hitbox visualizations or frame data. Lucky for Smashers, all frame data of any Smash character is available at ultimateframedata.com. This site offers hitbox visualizations for every move in Smash Ultimate, along with providing frame data of each of those moves. And of course, every Smash character's ultimate frame data page is linked with Love of the Fight, which allows easy access to tech, strategies, and the frame data to go along with it. On the surface, fighting games are a series of games that can be enjoyed at any level of play, but at its core, you'll find an intricate battle that tests your judgment, math, and conditioning to succeed. Knowing frame data will at the very least help you with the mathematical significance, and hopefully we, at Love of the Fight, were able to offer a better understanding of this essential tool. Thank you all so much for watching. We hope you enjoyed it and learned something useful. I want to give a huge thank you to Zekimaro and Metal from Ultimate Frame Data for their hard work and dedication towards the fighting game community. And if you did enjoy the video, drop a like and let us know by subscribing if you would like to see more. Your support helps us a lot more than you think. And as always, be sure to check out Love of the Fight if you're interested in up-to-date character pages and strategies. That is all for now, and I will see you all later.